The new 2025 LEGO Star Wars Arc 170 must-have or major overpriced disaster. Let's find out. This set retails for $70 and comes with 497 pieces. In the box, we get 4 minifigs, 3 clone pilots, and an astromech. Cool enough, out of the clone pilots, 2 of them are named characters and they all have a unique helmet. The one with the red and yellow stripe on his helmet is the regular clone pilot, the black stripe is clone pilot Oddball, and the blue stripe is clone pilot Jag. All their heads, torso, and legs are the same. They have nice back printing. My major complaint with these figures is they don't have dual molded legs, which is dumb. Other than that, they are solid figures though. And major kudos to LEGO for actually giving us the appropriate amount of pilots. The Arc 170 requires 3. Typically in this situation, they only give us like 2 or 1 clone pilot, which has always been a pet peeve of mine, so I am happy we actually get 3. And the other minifigure in this set is R4P44, a basic astromech with a green head. Major disappointment that we don't get back printing on him. I am personally of the belief that all astromechs from here on out should have back printing. They've only done it on 2, I believe, R2D2 and Chopper. That needs to change. The minifigs are decent, but dual molded legs for the pilot and back printing for the astromech would make them 100 times better. And here is the Arc 170 in all of its ugliness. It actually looks better the farther away you get. Here, let's zoom out a bit. There, that's better. In all seriousness, there are some major issues with this ship that I despise. The first is the amount of stickers. I don't know what it is, but recently it feels like LEGO has been ramping up their sticker to printed pieces ratio, and it is so annoying. All 3 of the cockpits or windscreens on this set are stickers. All the little designs and everything you see are stickers. Some of these pieces, I swear, we have gotten printed versions of before, like the Republic logos. I'm not 100% sure, but this is just ridiculous amount of stickers, especially for the $70 price point. The next biggest issue we have are the proportions. The wings are way too small to the body size ratio. The engines are way too small. The guns are way too small. It's all just wrong proportions, which is unfortunate. I actually like the body size, and it is a bit of a downsize from the previous Arc 170s, and it wouldn't be that big of an issue if the rest of the proportions were correct. I honestly don't like the way they did the nose of the ship at all. It looks way too blocky. One thing I find interesting that they did is they made the end of the guns dark brown and not black. Looking at reference pictures, I can't really tell. I don't think that it's a different color than the rest of the gun. It's just interesting. I'm kind of curious where that thought process came from. Because it's a playset, obviously they had to add spring-loaded shooters. The 2 guns on the back are just held in with ball joints, and you manually move them around separately. There is a mechanism that slides back and forth on the bottom of the ship to open up the wings when you're flying. Now, it is a bit ugly. It makes the bottom really blocky. It's not a huge deal since you're not really looking at it much. It does give a lot of stability being this blocky to the ship, but it's not the most aesthetically pleasing. Now for the interior. The first cockpit has no studs. You just slide in your first pilot, and it has a printed control panel down there. Now the co-pilot and the back gunner both have studs just because they need to be held in place more. They can slide around a lot easier in these compartments, especially since they're kind of open to each other with the astromech going in between them. The co-pilot does have a printed control panel. The gunner has no control panel at all. I'm kind of curious what the reasoning here was. How's he gonna control his guns? I don't know. Unfortunately, both the back windscreens have to be open to place the astromech in, and as I just found out the hard way, you really have to remove both the pilot minifigs as well, or else you might just tear apart your Arc 170, as I found out just knocking pieces off. Getting that astromech in there is quite a task. The Arc 170 is one of my favorite starfighters in all of Star Wars, but that doesn't just mean I'll blindly accept anything LEGO gives to us. I would love for this set to be perfect, but it just isn't. The amount of stickers is ridiculous. The proportions, the build, it's just not doing it for me. I'm not a big fan of this set. The figs are pretty good, but they're not perfect. They're not as good as they should be, in my opinion. Is this set worth $70? I have to say absolutely not. It would be closer to that price point if we got more printed pieces instead of these dumb stickers, but we didn't. The cardinal sin of all LEGO Star Wars sets to me is putting stickers on the cockpits. The clear portions of the cockpits form bubbles and get foggy and just look terrible. What do I like about this build? It's kind of hard for me because there's just so much that's wrong on it. My favorite part probably has to be the trans pink thrusters. I love good thrusters on a ship. Now on Instagram, I found a really awesome build for an ARC 170 that he calls a modification for this ship. It's really a whole rebuild. It's not really a modification, but it uses a lot of the same pieces that are in this ship plus more. His name is Pixel Dan. I'll link him down in the description below, and I'll also link his rebrickable page. I don't know him, I've never talked to him, but he's just a super talented builder with a lot of really cool instructions for builds, so go check him out. Now, what's my score for this set? I'm gonna have to go with probably a solid 6, which most of my scores are a lot higher than this, but this set really just disappointed me.